So how have Australians responded to you when they see you in real life after having watched Alone?
It's the most gratifying thing. I was expecting to get trolled. Like that bully kid in me is like, really? Really? Are we going to do this? And then I've found the most staggering thing, which has been that there has been zero trolling, like none. Like, who gets that? And so as a result, when I walk down the street, people come up and they are like so happy and so grateful and they want to connect. And like I want to connect, like I'm making a stand for connection. So if someone comes up and they're like, oh my goodness, my kids love watching you, or my 90-year-old mother thinks you're great, or we've just built a fire in the backyard, or we're going camping. Many of the people who come to stop me are women, and especially postmenopausal women. Yeah. And the story is thank you for showing that we don't have to be invisible. Thank you for showing that we have wisdom in these bodies. Thank you for showing that we earn these bloody silver feathers. And so, yeah, so I have been so humbled and gratified by the response that I've received from wherever I go in Australia. I'm just like, oh, I'm just really touched. Have a conversation. And these days, I love the fact that I'm a human, which I definitely wouldn't have said when I was a kid.
One of the moments in Alone that I think most resonated with viewers was when you got to that point where you said, actually, I've tried to tell myself I don't need people, but I actually really do, and my God, I'd really like a hug right about now. What does it actually feel like to be without any human contact for so long? Like, what does it feel like?
Yeah, for me, like I'm an introvert, and I use extroversion as a survival mechanism, a bit like a pufferfish. A pufferfish, when it gets threatened, it goes... Basically, you cannot get near me. And so I learned very young to use my energetic side and my personality to keep people away. But for me, the definition of an introversion is someone who is fueled by solitude, and the definition of an extrovert is someone who is fueled and nourished by connection with people. So for me, being alone for 67 days, like I was not lonely. And there were a couple of times when I had, moments of missing people, but the world that I live in is so connected to every single living thing. Like that platypus, Lady Lorela, she was my friend. Like I would chat with her every day and she would chat back in platypus. And when I'd go to harvest, like a little sapling, I'd say, hey, do you want to be part of my shelter and do something that none of your mates are doing? And so